Hi, boys and girls. Today we are talking about the ed ending when it says the t sound. As you may recall, ed can say d, t, and id, and depending on the base word is what lets us know whether it should say d, t, or id. Typically, an ed ending will say the t sound when the last sound of the base word is one that does not make your throat vibrate. This is called an unvoiced sound. Now, an easier way to remember this is simply to notice that if at the end of the base word we have a k, p, sh, ch, etc., then the ed will say the t sound. There are many others beyond these sounds. It's just that k, p, sh, ch, or k, p, sh, and ch are some of the most frequently occurring ones. So if you notice at the end of a base word there's a k, p, sh, or ch, it's a safe bet to guess that the ed will say t. The first word that we're going to try has the base word look. Now, K was one of the letters that makes an unvoiced sound, so it's safe to assume that the ed is probably going to say t. Here, if we read the base word look and put the t sound on, we get looked. I looked through the binoculars, but I did not see anything. If I try to read this word again, I notice that it ends with a K for the base word. AL says all, and there's only one L because it's in the middle of the syllable or middle of the word. So if we read this, walk is the base word. When you put the ed there, it becomes walked. She walked on the beach and looked at the waves. Our next word is very similar to walked. Here we have talk. Talk ends with an unvoiced sound, the K, and so it's a safe bet to assume that the ed will probably make a T sound. If we read it, talked. The baby talked on the phone. Goo goo ga ga ga. Our next word, our base word is jump. Jump. P is one of those unvoiced sounds, so again, since there's a P at the end, the ed will make the T sound. Our word is jumped. Jumped. The kids jumped at the beach. Woohoo! This is fun. I think you're starting to get the hang of this one. The base word, pump. P is one of those sounds that typically has us make the ed say t. I read it, pumped. I stopped at the gas station and pumped my gas. Here I notice that there's a sight word for the base word, ask. Again, K is an unvoiced sound, so ask becomes asked. The baby smiled and smiled and smiled. Gee. He asked a question. What is the correct answer for number 4? Here, our base word ends in sh. Sh, is an unvoiced sound. Our base word is ash, crash. If I put the T sound on the ed, it becomes crashed. The cars crashed at the stop sign. I hope everybody's okay. Again, we have another word with sh. Ash, dash. Sh is an unvoiced sound, so it becomes a T. Dash becomes dashed. The girl dashed across the field. Wow, she's fast. Dashed can mean to run. This word, the base word, has a CK at the end. Since K is an unvoiced sound, CK is also an unvoiced sound. Pack. I put the T sound at the end, and pack becomes packed. I packed my suitcase for a big trip. Hawaii, here I come. Remember, Typically, an ed ending will say t when the last sound of the base word is one that does not make your throat vibrate. We call this an unvoiced sound. An easier way to remember this is that usually if it ends in K, P, SH, CH, or something else that's unvoiced, the ed will say t. Remember, K, P, SH, and CH are not the only ones that make the ed say t, but they are some of the most common ones. Keep practicing and you will be an ED master. Oh yeah!